talking about the age.
Yeah, what's up with that? Something, it felt like something was going on. I was going to talk to you about it.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, a very big congratulations to the housemates. Last night they won their wager. Yes, I mean it would have been a disaster if they lost their wager. It was 100%. They wagered 100%. So yeah, Big Brother was entertained. He was amused, and he was impressed by their wager, even though he was not that impressed by the judges of the dance battle. I mean, who wouldn't be? Because definitely Team Dynamite won that dance battle, but somehow those very partial and biased judges gave it to Team Firecracker. Yes. Now, another thing that happened at their wager presentation was the fact that three housemates came late to the arena. In fact, Big Brother had to lock them out. Now, Big Brother was not having it. He was even pissed and telling them, I mean, was it not just a few minutes ago that I gave you guys punishment for the tardiness and late comings that you guys did last week? And you three decided also to be dragging your legs instead of coming immediately into the arena. Like, did I not give you enough time to prepare yourself? Well, those three housemates are Onyeka, Anita, and Zion, and it looks like they might get extra punishment. Yes, remember that they are already serving a punishment for what they did last week. Some are picking bins, some are righting their wrongs, while some are working like their inner animals. Aside from their wager presentation, there was already tension in the shape of Tonita. Yes, that is Topher and Anita. Now, earlier that afternoon, there was a discussion that was happening at the dining table that had Sean, Topher, Anita, and other housemates. Now, Sean had asked them, is age a big deal for them in their relationships? And Topher was like, not really. Age is not a big deal. Like, he doesn't have like an age. As long as the person is an adult, he doesn't have like an age limit or whatever of the people he would date. Now, I think they mentioned if he can date a 40-year-old, and he said, I mean, what's the big deal? Even his uncle dated someone that's like 4 years older than him. Now, Anita was also asked the same question, and she was like, well, she can't date a person that's younger than her. The youngest she can go is her age. Now, you all remember that a few weeks or last week, Anita celebrated her 29th birthday in the house. So basically, she's saying she can't date a person that is 28, 27, or anything below that. Rather, she can date someone that is, her age, 2 years older, up to like 45 years old. The conversation was getting really awkward because there were glances being shared at the table. And of course, Anita felt kind of weird. Now, after that conversation happened, Ben called Sean, and then I think it was Suj. Yes, Suj joined them at the kitchen area where they were discussing Topher's age. So apparently Topher has not yet told Anita that he is 5 years younger than her. Now, this became a topic of discussion in that men's gathering yesterday, while some of them were suggesting that he tells, he comes clean and tells her, and not having her find out, by herself. Some were like, maybe he should just lock up and all of that. But Topher was really worried, and he decided that he would have a conversation with her, because to them it's kind of obvious that she is sensing that there's something awkward going on. But fast forward to after their wager presentation, there was a conversation that happened between Anita and Ben. Yes, the same Ben that came to Topher and Sean to talk about all that. Then he was expressing to Anita how the awkwardness in the dining table had happened, and he basically was selling out Topher about this whole age thing. And Anita said, yes, that she suspects as much, but she was waiting for him to come clean, meaning that Anita has an idea that Topher is younger than her. And Ben talked about Chizoba, who he is supposed to be dating, talking about when Chizoba had lied to him that she is, I think, 39 years old. And he was like, nah, I mean, how can he date somebody that's 7 years older than him? And he used a word, I think he called her Momo or something of that sort. And I'm like, what? Someone you are supposed to be dating? Like, I know I've said it before, that Ben, honestly, I do not want him for Chizoba at all. Like, she can do better than that. Anyways, at the head of house room, Topher decided to have that very tough conversation with Anita. Now, calling it a tough conversation is just me being nice. It was annoying, it was draining. I mean, Anita was like, get on with it. Talk. What is it you want to tell me? Because Anita keeps asking him, okay, what exactly is going on? He keeps, beating around the bush, trying to gaslight her. I was super pissed on Anita's behalf watching that conversation. It was just dragging. It's a simple matter of, okay, I know we've not talked about age. I'm actually 24 years. I mean, but I like you, and I'm sorry for not coming for with it earlier than this. But he kept dragging it. Like they spent at least 45 minutes talking about nothing, arriving at nowhere. It was just a circle. You know, when you are sitting in a barber's chair, just turning round and round, you're not moving forward, you're not moving backward. It was an agonizing conversation. Anita was pissed. And Anita was like, okay, fine. How old are you? And he said 58. And Anita was like, what? And they beat around the bush again. By they, I mean Topher, because Anita was actually being very straightforward with him. And then Anita asked him again for the last time, Topher, how old are you? And he kept blabbing again. Like, you guys should have watched that. It was really agonizing. Well, Kayode, the cameraman, decided to pan the camera away from them. Then when we came back again, they were hugging, they were cool. But the conversations, the things they said later kind of confirmed to me that he has not still told her how old he is. So now I think the big question is probably in the house is, will Topher tell Anita how old he is? Well, that conversation happened. Ben also went ahead to tell other people about the whole Anita situation. I think he was talking to OC and Onyeka, telling them that, that Anita wants to get married by next year by the time she's 30. Like, the guy keeps selling out his people. Now, Topher and Suj realized that somebody has snitched on them, by the conversation that happened with Anita and all, and they figured out that it has to be Ben. It looks like there's going to be trouble brewing between Topher and Benjamin in that house. And honestly, it's about time. That guy has been instigating stuff in that house, covering it up with his jokes and his, funny mannerisms and all of that. But it's quite obvious that he is playing a very nasty game in that house. Also, Sean narrated the gist about Topher and Anita's age thing to his boo, Wani. Yes. So basically, everybody is talking about it in their little corners, and it's now like a big issue in the house. Even though Topher and Anita apparently seems to be good. What do I have to say about this? Like I told you guys, that conversation was really agonizing. Honestly, I do not know what the big deal is with telling the person you're supposedly with your age. I mean, it's not supposed to be that big of a deal. I do not know why Topher is, allowing these other people to be in his business. I know it's a house. I know that everybody talks about everybody. But the way this whole thing has been turned to a big deal where people are whispering about it in their various little corners, it's something that could have been avoided. Like, straight up talk to Anita. Like, I understand where Anita is coming from. Nobody wants to look like a stupid person. Nobody wants to be like, everybody knows about stuff except you, and you are supposedly in the center of it all. So it's kind of annoying. But I'm happy, they are cool. It looks like Anita has made peace with it, at least in the house. I mean, I don't know what will happen outside of the house. And I think the whole dynamics is actually complicated, or was complicated more with the fact that Anita wasn't like his first choice, right? If you remember, there was Dami that he was pursuing in the first few weeks or first week in the house. So I think that kind of added to the whole thing of maybe he just, decided to settle for Anita. So that's about it with that conversation. Let me know what you guys think about it. Do you think that Topher would have been upfront, with his age? Do you think that him lying about his age to Anita is kind of crazy? creepy. Do you think that maybe they didn't actually, get to know each other better before sharing a bed? Let me know your thoughts on all that in the comment section. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all for being part of my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, kindly click on the subscription button, click on the notification bell to let you know whenever I post any new video.